Huge week coming up for UFC Strike NFTs. It's your last chance ever to get your hands on a Series 0 pack. The marketplace will open on the same day, and you'll finally have the opportunity to buy and sell moments on the secondary market. And yes, by popular request, I will be doing a little bit of speculation on pricing in this video. And last but certainly not least, you're going to be able to get the first ever Izzy Adesanya NFT. Yes, it's the one that he wore around his neck at the press conference. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, and my whole goal is to help teach you about NFTs, help you build a collection of sports NFTs that you love, and also to keep you up to date on all major sports NFT projects. Like I said earlier, we have a huge week coming up for UFC Strike. The marketplace is opening. You'll be able to get your hands on the last ever Series 0 pack, and also you'll be able to earn an Izzy Adesanya UFC Strike NFT. That one is going to be awesome. In this video, I'm going to be getting into all the details of everything that you need to know on the drop. I'm going to be doing some speculating on the marketplace and what prices might come out to. And I'm also going to let you know how you can get that Izzy NFT. Before we zoom in here and get into all the details, if you are interested in a Tied to Ivasa NFT giveaway, I will be doing one for my YouTube subscribers. So there's a link in the description of the video. You just got to be subscribed to the channel. And if you're not interested, no worries. I would love it for you to subscribe anyways if you get any value out of this video. All right, now let's go ahead and dive in. All right, I wanted to bring up this page here because what we are looking at is the home page or the blog page for the UFC Strike. This is where they post all of their updates. They also post all of their updates on their Discord channel and on their Twitter as well. But this is where I'm getting the majority of my information for these videos. And there are some really good articles in here that I've covered in my past videos as well. So if you want a summary of those, and if you want deep dives into what's been going on in the UFC Strike prior to this, I recommend that you take a look at my UFC Strike playlist. All right, first things first, let's talk about the drop that is coming up tomorrow, which is February 15th. The time of the drop is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have not signed up for UFC Strike yet, make sure you go over to either their Twitter page right here where they have a link, or to ufcstrike.com and sign up. You'll need to create something called a Dapper wallet. I recommend getting into the line at least 15 minutes prior to 11 a.m. Pacific time. What happens is, if you haven't done one of these before, is you join the queue, and then at the time that the drop happens, you are put into a random position in line. There will be 30,000 packs available. So as long as you get a number lower than 30,000, you shouldn't have an issue getting a pack. Now, if you get a number much lower than 30,000, and if for some reason there aren't 30,000 people that show up for the drop tomorrow, which I find it difficult to see, you can also re-enter the line and get a second pack that way. I will throw this down in the description as well because I think it will be helpful for you. These are all the moments that are going to be possible for you to pull. There are 10 championship tier moments, which are the legendary type moments. They are numbered 1 through 75, and those are extremely difficult to get. I talked about the odds, the actual odds of these in one of my other videos, so check that out, but it is a very small fraction. And then what most likely you're going to be seeing in your packs are these contender series moments numbered from 1 to 23,970. I'm going to use this sheet right here to do some speculating on what I think prices might come out into the marketplace a little bit later. But don't get me wrong, it's something that's very difficult to do, and we are so early on that estimating this is something that's pretty tough. One last thing to keep in mind here is that there have already been about 150,000 of these packs, and this is a rough number. That's not the exact number. 150,000 of these packs that have been distributed in the first drop, as well as the stress tests that they've had and the promotional drops. The last 30,000 are going to be distributed tomorrow at this drop that I'm talking about. So there only will be 30,000 available. And then after that, we move into Series 1. This is Series 0. If you haven't seen my other videos, you're not going to be able to sell these as unopened packs, but that might change in Series 1. So we'll definitely take a look at that. The Izzy Adesanya is going to be a Series 1 moment. So that's not even going to be considered a challenge reward for this Series 0. It says specifically a fandom tier Series 1. So we'll talk about that in just a minute here. All right, now let's take a look at the style bender here. Here's how you can secure your Izzy Adesanya NFT. Yes, again, it is the moment that he was wearing around his neck at the press conference. You can see a video of it right here. I will save you the time and let you watch it yourself. There's a 17-second promo video that he does on it, and then also a 37-second video with him and Whitaker talking right here with Dana White. Where he talks about the NFT that he's wearing around his neck. And no, you do not get the gold chain diamond studded necklace to come along with it. It is a moment that's going on your digital wallet. So, I wish I could have one of those things too. It just ain't in the cards yet. So in order to earn this, you have until February 25th, so 10 days from the marketplace opening. They're going to have a clock counting down at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and you need to have spent $500 on the marketplace in order to get a free or, $500 spent, but it is free and airdropped. You won't have to purchase anything, an Izzy NFT. So that, again, it says in here, it's going to be a Series 1 fandom tier moment. That is a different tier. That's an earnable moment. That's something that we've seen in Top Shot. If you're not familiar with that concept yet, I will be making beginner videos to help you out with that. But it's basically a moment that you can't buy initially on the marketplace, but you get it by owning other NFTs, which is, in this case, they just made it a spend of $500. You don't have to own anything specific. All you have to do is have spent $500 on the market, not including moments that you've sold. So that is a net number. Make sure to keep that in mind. If you pay $500 for moments on the marketplace, but you also sell $100 worth of NFTs, then that is only $400. So it has to net out to $500. You need to have $500 in the platform. With this one, I think there will be probably close to 10,000 people, in that range, give or take a few thousand, that complete this at that $500 mark. That would basically be a $5 million total sales in a 10-day period, which I can definitely see happening. And where I'm getting these numbers from, and I'm going to use these again when we talk about the specific pricing on, what some of my predictions might be on these moments, is that currently what it looks like, what I'm seeing in the Discords and what I'm seeing from my research, is that we have somewhere in between the 40 to 50,000 user range. So I'm thinking maybe, 20 to 25% of the people who are on the platform right now will have that $500 spend and to get that Adesanya moment. If you're going for it, make sure you let me know. Drop a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you have any luck on the pack. Again, I love engaging with subscribers to the channel. So drop a comment. Let me know you're a new subscriber. Let me know what your plan is, and I'll do my best to help you out along the way. All right, before we get into a little bit of speculating what these moments might cost on the marketplace, just remember that we're only 1 day away. So by the time you're seeing this video, you'll probably figure out whether or not my thoughts on it were true. It's incredibly difficult to do, but you've been requesting it so much that I just decided to kind of take a stab at it. But, I'm more so going to talk about it in general concepts as opposed to pinpointing a specific number per moment, because that's really literally impossible. All of these fighters are different fighters. They have different fan bases, and they're going to have a different demand from each other person, right? So that's why on Top Shot, NBA Top Shot, other NFTs, it goes based on the player. So I can give you a little bit of a range in what I think, but when we zoom in here, you'll see some of my logic behind where I think things might play out based on the number of people that are actually active in UFC Strike right now, and then the number of moments that have been minted. And of course, for me, what I'm doing personally is that I think this is, for me, a long-term play. So what I'm going to do personally in my strategy on this is I'm going to try to complete this contender set right here. I'm going to try to hold all the moments of the Series Zero contender set. I'm going to pick them up on the marketplace. I'm going to earn my Izzy Adesanya, and then we're going to see what the future holds for Series 1. So here is the list of everything that's in the Series 0 packs, and this is going to consist of everything that's going to be on the marketplace. Okay, there's nothing else out there that you can buy aside from this list right here. I will again put this in the description of the video right here. If you want to take a look at that, it's easy access for you. There are 10 championship moments. Those are the legendary type moments. Those are going to be super expensive. You know, some of them probably in the thousands range. You know, I don't know if any of them will drop even below that $1,000 mark based on the demand, based on the fact that there's only 75 of each of them. That's really hard to tell. There are some big time fighters in here as well. You know, these are the moments that the serious big time collector, the big time UFC fan is going to have their hands on, and they're going to cost a good amount of money, right? Eventually, you know, you're going to be able to pull one of these in a pack maybe. But as for now, I see them being at much higher of a tier, obviously, than these contender moments right here. And my plan is going to be to collect every single contender moment that is on Series 0. I think that there's going to be utility in that moving forward in owning the first ever contender set for UFC Strike. And I don't think it's going to be extremely difficult to do. I own about 10 of them already. And yeah, I'm kind of guessing that I'm going to be able to either sell some or, you know, spend that $500 mark to get the Izzy and complete the rest of them in that amount. And the reason why I say that is because some of these, like I mentioned, each fighter is unique, right? There are some big time fighters in here. There's some that are a little bit less popular than others. But it says something to have a whole set. And 23,970 is an extremely high amount, in my opinion, for 40 to 50,000 unique users. And maybe there has been a ton of new signups. I don't know if there's any new data on that coming into this final drop. We will see when we see how big some of the queue numbers are. But, you know, with the demand, everything on this marketplace is going to be based on supply and demand. You have to think about that. What is the demand for it? And then how many are there supplied? If you think purely in terms of a break-even price per pack, which I don't think is going to be the case, because I think there's going to be certain people that are undercutting and trying to just get any type of money back so that they can get liquid. I don't understand why they do that. But, you know, if you think about it, 3 moments at a $49 pack, it comes out to about $16 or $17 per moment to break even. Again, there are a 5% service charge on the buys and the sells. So you would need to get a little bit more than $16 or $17 just to break even. But where I see things settling out, depending on the fighter in this contender tier range, with the two, you know, given that there's so many minted, I honestly see some, you know, being closer to the $10 range, and then I see some up towards the $40 range. So just as a rough estimate, and I could be wrong, don't hold it against me, because again, you have been asking me to price predict, and it's just incredibly hard to do. You know, I see a range of, you know, $10 to $40, maybe even a little bit more, maybe even a little bit less than that. But that's how early we are in this platform. And, you know, it just because they're going for that amount right now, or whatever amount they start out at, doesn't mean that that's what it's always going to be. You could see a huge surge in pricing with the doubling of users on the platform. It creates a much more demand, and the supply stays the same. So you never know where it's going to go. We saw a massive bubble in NBA Top Shot about a year ago when we had a massive explosion in users. And that's not to say that that can't happen for this Series 0 UFC Strike as well. So be careful. I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to be learning as much as possible. And I think you should too. I think it's the best thing to do. Again, I will do my best to help you in that learning and that watching process, because I will be watching the market dynamic just like I did for Top Shot. And I'm a lot smarter around this time than I was last time. So my goal is to help you build a great collection, a collection that you love, and to help you from making some of the mistakes that I've made in the past. So I'm excited to see what everything comes out to tomorrow. And I'm excited to get my hands on this contender tier moments and hold this first ever Series 0 contender set. All right, there you have it, everybody. Thank you for watching the video. Really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you hitting that like button and leaving comments down below with any questions that you have. I will see you on the next video. Good luck if you are watching this before the pack drop. I hope you pull something amazing. I hope you get your hands on a pack. And we will see how the marketplace goes over the next week or so. And I will have another weekly update video next week. Thanks a lot. I will talk to you soon.